Trust me, guys, after seeing this movie, you're gonna want to do the same thing.
Get back in your car!
We're not sick!
It's figuring us out faster than we're figuring it out.
It's mutated.
So Contagion is a thriller that came out back in 2011, and this movie stars an ensemble cast that includes Jude Law, Matt Damon, Gwyneth Paltrow, Lawrence Fishburne, also Kate Winslet, Bryan Cranston. Oh my god. The cast of this movie is insane. And Contagion follows a couple of different storylines, one involving Matt Damon, one involving Lawrence Fishburne, one involving Kate Winslet, Jude Law. But to give you guys the most basic summary of the plot, a character played by Gwyneth Paltrow gets infected by a highly, and I mean a highly contagious infection that takes the entire world by storm, and scientists and doctors are trying to figure out how to stop this infection. Alright guys, so let's get into Contagion. Contagion is a movie that, when it first came out, I did not see it upon its original release. Now, this was back in 2011, and I was a senior in high school, and when this movie first came out, a bunch of my classmates had saw it, and they said that this is a movie that once you see it, it's going to be something that's going to make you want to wash your hands a lot, and it's going to make you be a germaphobe. And like I mentioned before to you guys, I did not see this movie when it came out in theaters, although I really wanted to, but I just did not get around to it. But now, cut to 9 years later, we are now facing the global pandemic known as the coronavirus, and I thought that given the times that we're in right now, I thought it'd be the perfect time to watch this movie, and I know that a bunch of people that I've talked to have said, dude, yes, watch this movie now, and trust me, it is scary how much it parallels to what's going on right now. But cutting right to the point, Contagion, yeah, this movie is not only really good, but it is pretty frightening. First of all, starting off with the performances, everybody in this movie, and I mean everybody in this movie, is excellent. Everybody brings their A game, from Matt Damon, Lawrence Fishburne, also Jude Law, Kate Winslet, Gwyneth Paltrow for the limited amount of screen time that she has. Now, I am pretty certain that I'm just echoing every other reviewer's statements when it comes to the performances, but really everyone is great though. If I had to give my standouts for this movie, it's easily Matt Damon as a standout, Kate Winslet the standout, Jude Law is. I would say the girl who developed the vaccine is really good. I cannot remember her name, but I'll put her name right there. And also, for his limited screen time, Bryan Cranston is really good in this movie. One particular thing that I loved about Contagion, and I actually know that a couple of reviewers have complained about this, to which I don't understand at all, but I particularly love how Contagion strives for more realism compared to other pandemic movies out there, like particularly how it goes for the more scientific aspects of an infection out there. Not only of how an infection spreads from species to species, but also of how quickly it can spread, of how a certain virus can mutate, and also the pandemic of how people react to it. I'm serious, guys. This movie does a really good job of going deep into everything when a new viral infection starts. And I'm not joking, guys. I say this once again. It is scary how much this movie parallels to what's going on right now. Like, I think I was about 20 minutes of this movie and I just thought, holy shit. They really nailed it here. Especially later on in the film when it shows people reacting to this thing and how they will go certain lengths to be okay. Not only does this movie go into the viral infection aspect, but it also goes into vaccines, how they're developed, and they also talk about how it would take a very long time, and not only that, but tons of money for a vaccine to be developed. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, actually, right after this movie ended, I went right to my bathroom and I just put a whole bunch of antibacterial spray and I just washed the fuck out of my hands, seriously. But when shit hits the fan in this movie, guys, there are some really intense, and I mean there are some intense sequences. One involving Kate Winslet trying to get this guy off a bus. I'm not kidding with you guys. This scene had my heart pounding, and the musical score, by the way, to which I will get into a little bit, meant it only add the intensity of some certain scenes. Something else that I loved about Contagion as well was all the technical aspects, the cinematography and the soundtrack. I mean, the soundtrack, wow. But when it comes to the cinematography, especially for Steven Soderbergh films, you all know that Steven Soderbergh likes to act as his own director of photography, and there is no denying that Steven Soderbergh shoots one glorious looking movie. Steven Soderbergh has a very unique color palette when it comes to shooting his films. Now, I can't remember the exact color palette that he uses, but I know I can actually use it in Final Cut Pro whenever I edit something. I'll actually use it right now if I could possibly find it. But there is no denying that he shoots one stylish looking picture. And one particular thing that I absolutely loved about the cinematography is especially how Steven Soderbergh shoots Gwyneth Paltrow's scenes. But when it comes to the actual focusing, the depth of field that Soderbergh uses in shooting her scenes, it just looks so stylish in those scenes. And every time that those scenes came out, I just kept on thinking, whoa. And staying on the technical aspects, I love the score by Cliff Martinez. Now, I don't know exactly which instrument that he used to compose the score, but whatever he used had this very unique and a very cool sound to it. But there are a couple of sequences in this movie, goddamn, my heart was racing. And something else that I quite liked about Contagion as well, now this is also a con to which I will discuss this later on, but something else that I did like about Contagion is that this movie is a very tight movie. This movie does not have any slow parts. At an hour and 45 minutes, this movie goes by quick. Getting into my flaws with Contagion, I do have a couple of them. One of them being the cast. Now, like I mentioned beforehand, everybody in this movie for the most part is absolutely terrific. But if I were to give that one member of the cast that I feel like that didn't really contribute anything to this movie, it's Marion Cotillard. Now, don't get me wrong, Marion Cotillard, to which I wonder what she's been doing these days, seriously. Now, don't get me wrong when it comes to Marion Cotillard, I think she has a lot of talent. She is amazing. She has tons of range. But when it comes to her role in this movie, she really doesn't do a whole lot. Now, if I remember correctly, she has maybe, I want to say maybe 15, if I'm being generous, 20 minutes this movie. She really doesn't do that much. Like, I'm not even joking with you guys. There's a scene that cuts to her and what she's talking about, something of how she says that if there's something wrong in a particular room. It cuts away from her and you don't see her for, I believe, like another 45 minutes to an hour. And then when it finally goes back to her, she's in this location, she starts running, and then it cuts, and then you never see her again. I really feel like that Marion Cotillard's role could have been played by anybody. Now, once again, no disrespect to Marion Cotillard, because I think she is an amazing actress, but when it came to her role, they could have cast anybody in her part. And the other thing is this, and I had mentioned this beforehand, the film's running time. Now, like I mentioned before, I do like that this film speeds by under 2 hours, but if you were to ask me, I feel like that this movie could have been at least over 2 hours, maybe 2 hours and 10 minutes, because I feel like that there was so much that this film does not go into that I would have loved for it to have gone into. But otherwise, that's really it. So overall, Contagion is well acted, well directed, beautifully shot. The music is amazing, and not just that, but it's intense and it's frightening, especially in the times that we're in right now. But yeah, my peers in high school were definitely right when they said this movie was gonna make me want to wash my hands. But guys, other than that, Contagion is a damn great film, and I am going to all in all give Contagion a 4 out of 5 stars. A damn great movie, and I'm telling you guys right now, if you watch it today, it is scary how much it parallels to what's going on right now. Alrighty guys, so comment down, let me know below. I know this review is like, what, 9 years late, but anyways, let me know below. What did you guys think of Contagion? Did you guys love it, or did you even hate it? Let me know below. If you guys would like to follow me on social media, I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch. I'm also on Snapchat and Stardust. So if you guys want to follow me on all those social media platforms, all the links and the usernames are in the description below. I hope you guys enjoyed my review of Contagion. If so, please hit that like button, also subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell for whenever a new video of mine goes live. If you guys would like to see any of my previous 2 videos or reviews, please click either right there or there. And of course, until my next review, I will see you guys next time. Stay safe out there, guys.